first, we have the agricultural aspect of the ancient world. Here you can see number one is a pick, number two is a mattock, and then number three is a hoe. Number four is a plow, and then there's another plow. A flint sickle segment, a sickle, another sickle, and a scythe. So today we have tractors and other motorized machines that do everything that they do, but quicker. Also, manual labor was very taxing on the people, so these inventions of these motorized machines were very, very helpful. Alright, so back in 1130 BC, currency wasn't really a thing, so you would have to determine the weight of things. So whatever the weight was how much you would pay back in pieces of metal. So today, we pay for dalian weight, or also we pay for stone by weight. For example, if you would go to a quarry, the trucks would drive onto a scale, a very large scale, and however much the weight of the rocks were, that's how much they would pay back. So here you can see there's a mummy and a dog. The mummification process was very sacred and it was a very serious thing. This mummy actually has some of his jewelry robbed, in fact. Today when people die, we just put them in a casket and we put them into the ground and we honor them with a tombstone. It's still very sacred, but it's not as sacred as what the Egyptians did. During some eras, there actually were coins, and they weren't exactly like ours. They valued the currency by which metal the coin was made out of. It really didn't matter what shape or what condition it is, though. So this gold one right here was probably worth more than this tiny gold one right here. Today we have our own coins, and they're more specific looking than these. Also, instead of just coins, we have dollars too. Instead of them having to carry around gold coins, they can just carry around a $5 bill. And so back then, there were many different pastimes, but the most popular one was usually sports. You can see there's a lacrosse stick and a lacrosse ball. And obviously the jersey isn't real, but they had something kind of like that. Today we have sports like lacrosse, but they're way more advanced back then. Also, we have way better gear than this, and we also have better rules, and they probably didn't have that many rules, so. So finally we have music. As you can see, this is a very ancient harp. Harps in the ancient world were the main instrument for royalty. They had not discovered instruments like the trumpet or the guitar yet, and the harp also had a very nice sound. Today we have harps, and very wealthy people usually have harp players at their house for big events and stuff like that. As you can see, this harp was discovered in a grave with many other people in it. No. So royalty back then was a great thing to have. Here we have a model of the palace or a throne room. In this risen area right here, this is where the king and queen would sit, and right here is where the common people would stay. Today we have the Oval Office where Donald Trump would usually do his work. Also, we have the palace in England where the king and queen will live.
Saw a lot of cool sculptures, saw a lot of cool mummies of ancient Egyptian kids, some dogs and some adults. But overall, it's a pretty good experience, and I had a pretty good time at the museum.